Hi, in this video I'm going to show you very quickly how anybody can watch the wonderful BBC iPlayer from Spain. Now you may probably be aware, if you're in Spain and watching this video, that you can't normally watch BBC iPlayer. Although it's free, you won't be able to access it outside the United Kingdom. So I'm just going to show you quickly what happens. If I go to the bbc.co.uk website, you will see that you get automatically redirected to the international version, which is called bbc.com, which I think you can see there. Now you can notice also that it's a good new news website, but there's no iPlayer tab there, so all the video and BBC Sounds and all the live channels are not accessible. You can, however, go directly to BBC iPlayer. Let's just show here. And go to the BBC website, BBC iPlayer website here, and try and watch something directly. But let's just show you now. Let's go and see Ghosts, which is quite a funny little comedy. And this is the message you get. If you're not inside the UK, you'll get this message saying, sorry, BBC iPlayer only works in the UK. Occasionally you get different messages, or you might get an error code sometimes, but it's all basically the same thing. The BBC has looked at your IP address, so the network address when you connect it to the internet, checked on its nationality, and if it's Spanish or indeed anything other than British, you'll get a message like this. Okay, so what can we do about it? Well, it's actually quite simple. What we've got to do is convince the BBC that we're in the UK and not in Spain or Brazil or Germany or wherever. So I'm just going to close this down and show you how it's done. Now, normally you don't have control of your IP address. You're basically stuck with the one you get assigned from your ISP or Wi-Fi connection or whatever. But there is a way of hiding your real IP address and making you appear to come from anywhere. And it's called a VPN. So I'm going to show you here now. There we go. This is the one I use and have been using for about 10, 11 years now, possibly more. It's called NordVPN. I choose this one because, unlike a lot of VPN services, this one works with the BBC. The BBC have blocked this sort of workaround on a lot of services. So NordVPN it's not the only one. There's half a dozen that work quite well, but Nord's one I use because it's cheap. Okay, so what we've got to do, basically here, you can see this is the interface. It sits in my taskbar there, and I can connect. I can be in any country in the world. I can pick a server. If NordVPN's got one, I just click on it. Now, the important thing to remember, though, is the BBC blocks lots of VPN servers. NordVPN has a set of, I think, about 50 servers that will work with the BBC. The other ones may not, but you've got to pick one that works. So don't press quick connect. Don't click on just the UK, because you'll get randomly assigned a British server that may or may not work with the BBC. What you want to do is select one of the special servers. Now I'll put a list on screen shortly showing you which servers you can use. I've got one here, 1911. And I will click on this. Say there are about 50. Don't always use this one, because the more people use it, the less likely it is to work. So we're connected to UK 1911 now. I'll just minimize that. Now I should have a British IP address. So let's go back to a browser and go to BBC iPlayer. Here we go. We can see we've gone to the BBC iPlayer website again, and here's Ghosts, again, this little funny comedy, and we're gone to the same place, and we're clicking OK, and let's just start streaming, and hopefully you can see here, it's in a window, you can maximize it, and it works fine. I'm going to stop it there because copyright detectors and YouTube tend to pick that up, but hopefully you can see there it works, and you can maximize it and put full screen, play it on your TV, whatever you like. BBC iPlayer will work perfectly. All the channels are here, so if you want to watch live, just go to any of these and you'll see what is exactly playing on BBC One at the time. You can watch the programme that's on at the moment live, or watch it from the start, or the archive is absolutely huge. I'm sure you're familiar with BBC iPlayer, but that's how it works. So, you know, I've changed from a Spanish IP address to a UK one, and it all works perfectly. Now, I mentioned that you have to use a specific server on NordVPN, and this is what you need to use. Okay, now these are the servers. So when you go in the search bar, just click on UK hash or put one of the numbers in. This is 1840 to 1847, so 41, 42, 43, and so on. Any of these servers will work. Just pick one at random and try that, and you can save it to your favorites, or you'll see it comes up in the history next time. So make sure you pick one of these. Put United Kingdom in the search bar to get a list, and then save your favorites. These are the ones that NordVPN optimizes for use with BBC. Other of the servers might work or they might not. If you do have problems, make sure you just restart your browser, close everything down. You should always do that before you try and access BBC iPlayer. In fact, the best thing is to reboot your computer and then start NordVPN, choose a UK server and start there. Otherwise it caches and cookies and stuff can remember that you were just on a Spanish IP address a minute before. But normally it works if you use one of these servers, I rarely get a problem. If you do, just close your browser and restart it again. It always works for me as long as you use one of these servers. Other VPN services do work with BBC iPlayer. I don't tend to keep up with them all. You look online, you'll see. Make sure you look for up-to-date messages, or ask the people themselves. There's no point using the majority of VPN services because they just get blocked automatically. If you want to try NordVPN, I put they run discounts all the time. There's a discount code for their latest discounts. They're always doing a Halloween special or a Black Friday special, but whatever the latest discount will be in the discount link at the description below this video. Give it a try if you want. As I say, there are others. If you discover any more, just put them in the comments below, or and see how you get on. It also works with all the other UK programmes, the ITVX, Channel 4, Channel 5 and that. It works in the same way, but use the same servers. Use the BBC optimised servers. They just seem to work better. Well, that's all for now. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll leave it there. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.